It is currently so cold here in South Florida that iguanas like this one are falling out of the trees. So today, we're making iguana tacos. Green iguanas are an invasive species here in South Florida that compete with our native wildlife for resources. But because they're not from here, they aren't adapted to the cold. So when we get these cold fronts, they become too cold and they fall straight out of the trees. Whenever we have these cold fronts and they start falling down, a lot of people will go out and collect them to help control the number in the population. But they do have the nickname chicken of the trees because they're absolutely delicious. So rather than let this one go to waste, we're gonna make tacos. This next part I'm not gonna show because I don't want the video to get taken down, but we have to humanely dispatch and clean this guy. It's a good thing I managed to remove this one when I did, because inside I found over 20 eggs. So by removing this one iguana, we've actually saved the environment from over 20 iguanas come spring. And you guys know that I like to waste as little as possible. So in addition to making the tacos, I'm also gonna try to preserve the skin, and any leftovers are used as crab trap bait, so zero waste. First things first, I filled the pot with water and added onion, garlic, a bay leaf, and some salt, and we're gonna bring this to a simmer. Once it was at a low simmer, I added in the iguana meat, and we're gonna let this cook on low heat for the next 30 minutes. By par cooking the iguana like this, you give it flavor and tenderize it. After 30 minutes, I removed the iguana meat, set it to the side so that it could cool down, and then added the iguana eggs to the hot water to soft boil. Then I added the soft boiled iguana eggs with some avocado, some garlic cloves, a little olive oil, salt, and lime juice, and gave it a good mix. Once it was done, I topped it with black pepper and lime, and we have our sauce. Next, I removed all the iguana meat from the bone, added in my favorite seasonings, and tossed it into the frying pan so that it could get nice and crispy. I like to let the edges crisp up until they look something like this. In the leftover oil, I crisped up some tortillas. Then I added in the iguana meat, topped it with some pickled red onions, jalapeno, and cilantro, and then drizzled on our sauce. And there we have it, iguana tacos. They look good and they smell good, but now it's time to see how they taste. I'm just gonna add a little squeeze of lime to this one, give it a nice little dip into the sauce, and bon appetit!
So this is what we found in Kimberly's cheeseburger.
Went to McDonald's.
I got 2 teeth on the day.
Oh, hell no.
Jimbo, why don't you assist lunch lady Doris in the kitchen?
My McDonald's burger, it looks like it's a tooth.
Or part of a tooth.
Sausage McGriddle and a large orange juice.
So I went to McDonald's for breakfast.
Couple bites.
This sandwich tastes so young and impudent.
It's hard as a rock.
Bit into it, and then as I was like, chewing.
Took my girls to go get their normal Happy Meals and got a 10-piece.
What's this?
The fuck is that?
She bit down into one of her chicken nuggets.
The fucking tooth in my food.
She pulls this out, she hands it to me, Kay.
That wasn't a bit of the burger. That right there.
This is not my baby's tooth.
Are you saying you killed Jimbo, processed his carcass, and served him for lunch?
Guys, I don't think chocolate's supposed to look like this. Why is it so, elasticy? I'm gonna bend it. Look at that. It's like slime. This is real chocolate. No, this is fake real chocolate, bro. It's like poop, bruh. This is literally like slime, bro. Look, I'm literally peeling it.
All praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kwakadash. I want to give double honor to my apostles and elders that came before me that brought me into this truth. This video is going to be called Defiled Bread in Babylon the Great. Okay, that was just on the fly. Alright, now this video is just going to go into some of the strange things that you saw in the video prior to this intro. And I must say, fair use. There will be no monetary compensation provided to me from this video. This is for educational purposes only. Again, I say fair use. Let's get straight into it. Defiled bread. Now, just some, like a couple years ago, matter of fact, eating dogs in Cleveland, I think it was. Trump, okay, yeah, boom. Let's go to the BBC here. Trump repeats baseless claim about Haitian immigrants eating pets. So the brothers, the Levi brothers out there in Haiti, the gentlemen that came over here to the United States were alleged to be eating cats and dogs, pets, out in Ohio. Okay, let's go here. A baseless claim that illegal immigrants from Haiti have been eating domestic pets in a small Ohio city has been repeated by Donald Trump. During ABC's presidential debate, Trump said in Springfield, they are eating the dogs. The people that came in, they are eating the cats. They are eating the pets of the people that live there. Now that's what he said. Okay, this is back in 2024 prior to his election. Okay, just running his mouth, talking about brothers allegedly eating cats and dogs. Now, I already know that cats in the diaspora eat some wild stuff, man. Folks in the country eat some wild stuff. Possum and whatnot, but that doesn't negate the fact that your average American eats very wild things. Just like you saw in the first video, that white boy that is presumed that Edomite boy, this cat was knocking off a daggone, what was it? I don't even remember what those things are called. Let me pull this up here. Falling, what are they called?
It is currently so cold here in South Florida that iguanas like this one are falling.
Iguanas, freezing iguanas. Are you kidding me? And on top of that, you have, and pardon me, I'll close this out here. But on top of that, you have daggone teeth being found in people's McDonald's, right? Now, there was rumors that have been stemming back from at least 10 years ago, that human meat is being used inside the burgers and the sausages in McDonald's. Prior to coming into the truth, I found that out. I had to stop eating that garbage. Right? There was a time where I was eating it so often that I stopped eating it for 2 weeks. I went back and got some, and then my stomach hurt like a mug because my body was rejecting it. That's not food. And it's definitely not good food. Okay? So let's go here. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 4 and verse 13. And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. You see that one? So let's go to the word there for defiled. Look at this here. The KJV translates Strong's H2 931 in the following manner. Let's hear this here word.
Strong's H 2931.
Tameh. Okay, unclean, defiled, infamous, polluted, pollution. Outline of biblical usage: unclean, impure, ethically and religiously, ritually of places. So this is ethically and religiously unclean and impure, right? And especially ritually impure or unclean. Let's look here. Talmeh, foul in a religious sense, defiled, infamous, polluted, pollution, unclean. And yes, indeed, whenever you go and you try to partake in some of these restaurants, then they in fact do cook their food. They could be having sausage. They could be cooking up a burger. The same spatula they used to cook the burger, they would have used the same spatula to cook some sausage right before that. Okay, but that's why you're supposed to eat everything and give thanksgiving prior to you eating anything. Right? It's of the understanding that we would be eating defiled food here, and these people are eating completely defiled food, and they have the nerve to run their mouth against these Haitian brothers out in Ohio. Let's go to Leviticus here. Leviticus 11. Let's break this down. Leviticus chapter 11. We'll start at verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Let me read that again. These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Whatsoever parteth the hoof, and is cloven-footed, and cheweth the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat. What these people are eating, in particular the red man at the beginning, is what's considered a creeping thing. Okay? That's going off. Let's go here. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud of them, or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. So again, going into the restrictions based off of these two factors, chewing the cud and dividing the hoof, or had divided hoofs. Let's go to verse 7. And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you. You see that one? Going completely off. And that's a majority of our people eating slop like pigs, sausage, ham, things of that nature. That is going off. Let's go here. Let's go here. I want to see if I can find locust. Yeah, there we go. This is let's go here. Verse 27 in Leviticus 11. And whatsoever goeth upon his paws among all manner of beasts that go on all four, those are unclean unto you. Whoso toucheth their carcass shall be unclean until the even. This is going into lions, felines, whatever you want to call them, right? Cats. This is going into dogs as well, bears, different animals like that. Okay. Where we at here? Verse 29. These also shall be unclean unto you among the creeping things that creep upon the earth, the weasel and the mouse and the tortoise after his kind, and the ferret, the chameleon, the lizard, and the lizard, the what, and the lizard, and the what, and the lizard, and the snail, and the mole. You see that one? My memory is so terrible. Let's go back to this again. What,
Out of the tree.
Iguanas.
Like this
Yeah,
one?
iguanas. An iguana is a lizard, okay? That's going off. That is disgusting, man. Sick, sick, sick. And the ferret and the chameleon and the lizard and the snail, you have our people that like to brag about eating escargot. And the mole. These are unclean to you among all that creep. Whosoever doeth touch them, when they be dead, shall be unclean until the even. All right. So let's go here. Let's go here. We're going to go to Isaiah 66. 66:17. They that sanctify themselves, we'll start at verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh. He will what? Plead with all flesh. And the slain of Yahweh shall be many. What's going to be the amount of the slain? Many. That's all you need to know. Matter of fact, let's go to the... Let me see if I can find it here. Many. Rabab.
Strong's H 7231. Ravav.
Okay, all right. Let's go here. To become, to be or become many. Be or become much. Be or become great. To be or become many. To be or become great. So it's gonna be let's look here. Properly to cast together, increase, especially in number, to multiply by the myriad, increase, be many, manyfold, be more, many, so like you multiply 10,000s, right? There's going to be a great amount that are passed away, that get completely annihilated by the Heavenly Father, right? Whenever he sends his son. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, eating what? Eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith Yahweh. As simple as that, man. So those that are eating the abomination, the abominable foods like your lizards, like your, again, your iguanas, your cats, dogs, if you are eating those things, your possums, your snakes, whatever you want to call them, all these abominations, those that are eating these things, those that are cleaving to those things are going to be completely annihilated, right? But that was pretty much all. Again, I made the title up on the fly, so I can't remember it, but that's okay. Again, we're going to be eating our defiled bread, unfortunately, here in Babylon the Great. But that's just what we're going to be dealing with all the way up until the return of the coming Messiah, Yahushua HaMashiach. Okay? And that's just what it is. Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushua, Bahasham, Kwakadash. I want to give double honor to my apostles and elders that came before me, that brought me into this truth. To you brothers that are putting in this work, the hopeful elect out there, the water for watching the video, continue doing the work. Until next time, I say, Shalom.